morning, Ernie Davis Academy staff and students. This is Mrs. Rollins here with a really important announcement. I wanted to take some time to review some expectations and recognize the positive efforts of students. So I always think about second semester like a new year. I coined the phrase new year, new you. I even take time to reflect on things that I need to improve or goals I need to set. And I want to talk to you about that today. As a principal, it's my job to make sure that we have a safe and caring learning environment, that we're promoting student engagement, respect, responsibility, and ownership, and also we're recognizing the positive efforts of students who make positive choices each day. Sometimes it's important for us to have a little bit of a reset or to remind ourselves of some of the expectations throughout our building. And I want to focus on a few critical items this morning. The first one I'm going to focus on in that SOAR matrix. If we think about SOAR, you had when you were at Broadway, here, and you'll focus on in the high school, that safety, ownership, acceptance, and responsibility. Really want to talk about ownership. So I'm just going to read a couple of things that we think about when we have ownership. Know the expectations of school in each class. Attend school every day. Be on time to school and class. That's a really important one. Think about school as a job. My job, I have times I need to be here and times I need to stay until. Being on time each day is an expectation for us as adults, and it's an expectation for you as a student. Be on time to school, be on time to class, just like your job. Other piece in ownership that really goes into respect as well is following expectations and directions of all staff. If you're asked to show a pass, do that in a polite manner. If you're asked to go to class, do that respectfully. Following those directions really helps us keep a positive learning environment for all. Another area we talk about is dressing appropriately for school. The same thing with having a job. Many jobs have certain dress that you can and cannot wear. That you remove any hats, hoods, skull caps, or do-rags. And those need to remain off until you leave the building. If you're asked to remove an item from a staff, you do that and follow through the rest of the day. Another one under ownership is cleaning up after yourself, whether you're in the classroom, hallways, and especially the cafeteria. It's my expectation that you're cleaning up any items you have from lunch, emptying your trays, and putting them in the dishwash area. Our custodian, Pete, really takes pride in making our cafeteria a positive place for lunch, and I ask that you do the same and help us keep that cafeteria looking as good as it does each day. A couple of non-negotiables we talk about, and this kind of goes along with that respect piece in the hallways, that we're using appropriate language, and also our cell phones. Most of us, I shouldn't say everybody, but most of us have a cell phone, and I can say sometimes I'm probably using my cell phone more than I should. As students, we have acceptable times for you to use your cell phone. Hallway use and during lunchtime in the cafeteria. I ask when you enter a classroom, you put your cell phone away and your earbuds, and you're only using it for an instructional reason that is directed by your. So those are just a couple of areas that I really see that I think many of us could use the reset button on. Just like I said, new year, new you. So think about an area that you need to improve on, whether it's to be on class on time, whether it's to be on your cell phone less, whether it's to really focus more on your academic piece. If you're an athlete and improving your game, think about how you can set a goal and make improvements for yourself while making our school a positive place to learn. I also want to take time to really recognize those students. Because I have to say, looking at marking period data, when we have over 80% of our students passing algebra, we have high numbers of students who pass the Regents. When I see weekly accomplishments in sports or through a music department, we have so many students achieving at high levels. And it's really important to recognize you because you make our school a positive place to learn each and every day. Just like Ernie Davis, you show leadership, respect, responsibility, perseverance. And I personally thank you for making Ernie Davis a positive place.